Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren. Goeiedag, dames en heren. Today I would like to show you a little video about the Echo 2511 TES. I really like this saw. In fact, I like it so much, I bought two. Two exactly the same saws. So the Echo 2511, as most professionals probably know, is a 25cc top-handled pruning chainsaw. And as you can see, I've modified mine a little bit. I put a steel bar on there with a steel chain. And I drilled a hole, an extra hole, in the muffler, as you can see here. That really opens up the machine. Lots more power. So here's a little clip I made at one of the expos I visited. And you can see a opened up chainsaw. You can see how it works. And these are a couple of clips that I made during work. All coming clips, or at least most of it, is storm damage. So this aspen has been broken off, and there will be a couple of oak trees. And I hope to showcase here that this saw can actually perform really well, also in thicker wood, harder wood. Aspen is soft and these are thinner branches. It is a perfect saw. It's light beyond any measure. I think it's the lightest in production right now. And another location. This is oak, European oak, Quercus and it's also storm damage, and the location was terrible. I'm right above bicycle lane here. Next to that you can see the road for normal traffic, cars, and we couldn't shut down anything, so cyclists, cars, people walking, and on the other side you got a train track. Terrible location. People just do as they please. They walk underneath the machine, they stop and take a look. You cannot really chase them off. And the wood was terrible. I mean, it was one big tangled mess. But you can see it cuts oak with ease. And later on you'll see a couple of bigger pieces of wood, as long as the bar is long, maybe even a bit thicker. And it will cut through it with ease. And even further along, I've got some footage of a black locust tree, and it also has no trouble with that kind of wood, even with the thicker parts. So anyway, let's talk a bit about the saw. What do I like? I like the weight, I like the power band. It's a great little pruning saw, strong enough for just about anything in a tree top, and it's lovely. It's pretty fuel efficient, doesn't really want a lot of fuel, but it's only 25 cc's, so don't expect anything more than what you would normally expect from a 25cc machine. Obviously it's not a 201 Stihl or a 540 Husqvarna, it's 25 cc's, but for what it is, it performs absolutely superb. So anyway, the things that I don't like is the fuel cap and the oil cap. They do not really close off the tanks very well. A lot of leakage, and apparently you can swap them out for a couple of Husqvarna caps. I don't know exactly which ones, but that might be something that I want to do to this saw and the other one as well. And when you really tighten them up, it's difficult to unscrew. There's a little trick that you can use. You can pull out the starter cord and hold it with your fingers, and then you can use the top of the starter cord, the starter handle. It will fit exactly into the little slit into those two caps, and you can use it as a wrench to open up the tanks. So that's a little trick that you could use. I don't like the caps. I don't like the original bar and chain, but that's an easy solution. Just buy yourself a steel set, 1/4, the Pico Micro set. Drill a little oiler hole from the bar itself, the track itself, right towards the tensioner hole, and you'll be able to oil your saw chain. And this was a bit of a nervous. As you can see, there's loads of houses here, so you had people watching me all the time. Not much traffic now, but I didn't really like this location. Now, to solve the bigger pieces without having them free fall towards pedestrians, cyclists, cars, trains even, I would tie the hell out of these broken off limbs, branches and trunks, because I didn't want to go let them fall, free fall. Sometimes I would trust a bit enough to make a step cut like shown here. As you can see, this is a thick piece of wood, oak, and it just blows through it. And I can snap it off and throw it wherever I want it. Whenever I don't trust a bit like this, because, well, it fell, I didn't throw it in there myself, so I don't know exactly where the tension is. I just tie the hell out of it. And this is a bit of a it was a terrible job. This. We had rain all the time, and we had to take off all the branches from these Capinus betelus trees. I don't know what you call them in English, but Capinus betelus is a scientific name. Anyway, we had to cut off all the branches. Apparently they do it every other year or so, but these ones haven't been taken care of for a long time, so loads of branches. And I'm against this kind of pruning. It's not how you handle trees, it's not what you do to trees. It goes against my my perception of what you should do to trees. You do not trim off all the branches and let them recuperate and trim off all the branches again. The location was terrible. People would park their car just underneath the tree and, well, have fun getting the branches off. And when you would finish the tree and drive to the next one, they would get out of their house and drive away in their car. And I would be like, why didn't you do that half an hour ago? Could have just dropped the branches. Anyway, what I'm trying to do here is drop them all in the same direction. And I do that for my groundy because he had the most terrible work here. He had to stuff all these branches in a very old chipper, and chipper wouldn't really want to grab anymore. And if I would make a Mikado game out of it, you know, crisscross all the branches and tangle them up, he would never be able to stay close to me. So this would take me, oh, I don't know, 10 minutes, quarter of an hour more time, but it would save him a lot of trouble. So help each other out, right? But after doing this for an entire day, or even several days, your arms would be toast. Luckily, I had the 2511, nice light saw. If I had to do this with any other chainsaw, it would have been worse. Yeah. And here we are at the Black Locust that I described earlier. And this was quite tricky to get to this location. We parked the work platform, the car, on a... well, actually it's a walkway behind houses, between the gardens. And my colleague had to cut away some of the brushes to the left and to the right just to be able to get the feet out to the right location, get enough reach with the machine. Another case of storm damage. We had a lot of storms last year. As you can see, it was somewhere in the summer. And this location was one of the worst. Took us half an hour to get to where we needed to be. And most of my colleagues said, you won't reach it, you won't be able to get to it. And then we had to send in climbers. And so we put in some effort to get it done with this machine, because climbing trees like that, especially with storm damaged wood, if we can do it with oil pressure, we don't do it with blood pressure. In the end it worked out, I could reach it.
Well, that's interesting, right? I do this.
And after wiggling ourselves through the branches here, we could start cutting away everything that was broken. And this little one is it's not one of the most difficult ones, but on the other side everything is above gardens. And again, with this broken off stuff, you don't know what it will do, how it will react to everything that you cut off. It just could start rolling out and smash into your bucket, or it could shear off or break off in a direction that you don't want it to go. And as you can see in a short bit, there's stuff above the gardens as well. A nice pond with some of those very expensive big fat goldfishes. How do you call them? Koi? Koi, I think. I wouldn't want to kill one of those. They are expensive. Wiggly machines, these bucket trucks, but this was actually quite a good one. And there we have the bigger branch of the lot. As you can see, there's the pond with the koi. And now it's a simple case of nibbling away. Nibble here, nibble there, take off the weight as much as we can, and then hopefully stabilize it so that it doesn't want to fall anymore, and we can take the whole thing out of there. Starting small, building up trust in that piece of wood and in myself. Understand where all the weight is, and just take it away from where it's at. So we've been doing this kind of work for 2 weeks, I think. And every day I was so happy I had this particular saw. Because you have to do so many cuts, you know, and I know you shouldn't one-hand a machine like this, but it's the way it is. One-handing machines is prohibited, but in my point of view, it's the way to go, because if you don't one-hand a machine, you can't really manipulate the wood. And we do it every day. Sure, sometimes things go wrong. Many things can go wrong. So it has been another long video. I don't really plan out to make these videos this long, but well, it's the way it goes sometimes. I really wanted to show you the whole process of taking a broken branch like this down. Anyway, if you're still here, thank you for your time and for the long attention span. And I'd like to thank my new members, and I would like to invite everybody else that's still here to also subscribe and become a member. I really appreciate that. And please like and share, subscribe, so that you can be notified when I make another one. I hope I make them interesting enough for you, and I'll try to make them to keep on going on like I'm doing now. Anyway, thanks again, and hope to see you in a short while with something else. Goodbye, and see you at the next one.